Right now, verbal IQ of ChatGPT is 155. Verbal IQ of Einstein, one of the smartest humans we know as of today, is 160.
तो हाउ AI इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू देम, लाइक AI कैसे एक मेजर रोल प्ले करता है उन सब के लिए. सो अविनाश, व्हाट्स योर स्टोरी, लाइक आपने कैसे स्टार्ट किया और आप AI में ही क्यों एंटर किए? आप कुछ और भी कर सकते थे. व्हाट इज AI इन सिंपल टर्म्स? AI will replace humans or jobs, तो क्या ये is it real?
The irony right now is they invented AI to do redundant, uncreative tasks, but AI is now doing creative tasks too, like better than a lot of humans. So I think AI will be the technology that will make people's jobs very redundant. In fact, Kunal Shah, founder of Cred, recently said that you see content writing and graphic designing projects on Fiverr was declined by 50% after ChatGPT's release. 41% of the code on GitHub after ChatGPT's release in 6 months, it is done by AI. AI could create an entire religion on its own. Let me explain.
तो अगर हम बात करते हैं कि लाइक AI आने वाले 5 सालों में लाइक व्हाट वुड हैपन इन AI वर्ल्ड इन नेक्स्ट 5 years, मतलब एट एनी कॉस्ट वो होगा ही होगा, तो आप क्या प्रेडिक्ट करते हैं क्या होगा कि हाउ AI विल इम्पैक्ट द लाइफ ऑफ यूट्यूबर्स? दोस्तों, आज हमारे साथ हैं बहुत ही स्पेशल गेस्ट हमारे, जिनका नाम है अविनाश मादा, हु इज कमिंग फॉर द सेकेंड टाइम ऑन आवर चैनल. लास्ट वीडियो हमने किया था, काफी अच्छा रिस्पांस था उस वीडियो का, तो हमने सोचा इनको एक बार और इनवाइट करते हैं अपनी पॉडकास्ट में और आपके लिए वैल्यू लेके आते हैं. तो गाइज, इन दिस वीडियो हम सब बात करने वाले हैं कि कैसे AI ने अविनाश की लाइफ चेंज की और हाउ अविनाश इज मेकिंग 25 लाख से ज्यादा एवरी सिंगल मंथ और टोटली AI से. तो बहुत सारी चीजें हम इस वीडियो के अंदर डिस्कस करेंगे और बहुत सारी चीजें आपको इस वीडियो में जानने को मिलेंगी AI वर्ल्ड के अंदर. तो चलते हैं सीधे, वेलकम करते हैं अविनाश. हाय अविनाश, हाउ आर यू, कैसे हैं आप?
Hi, आई एम गुड. हाउ आर यू अमित?
ऑल गुड, ऑल गुड. सो अविनाश, स्ट्रेट क्वेश्चन, लाइक आपसे हम पूछना चाहते हैं कि लाइक जिन लोगों ने इस वीडियो पे क्लिक किया है, तो हाउ AI इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू देम, लाइक AI कैसे एक मेजर रोल प्ले करता है उन सब के लिए?
Wow, this is a very good hook. Nice. So definitely AI is the most dangerous technology humans ever invented, right? It could replace millions of jobs. It could create displacement in job market like anything. If you don't concentrate on this topic right now, you'll regret about that couple of years later. Just to put this in perspective, why AI is more important, I'll just put it in 2 lines. I'll say you 2 things that happen in the world of AI that will make you watch, that will make you immerse into this AI technology. Number 1, there is this game called Go. Go is just like a chess game, right? So, but it is 1000x complex than chess game. In a chess game, you'll have maybe 32 pieces and possibly 10,000 moves, right? In AlphaGo, there are 10 to the power 170 moves. Just to keep this number in perspective, there are only 10 to the power of 80 atoms in the universe or in the world. But this AlphaGo has more possible moves than that. In this game, AI defeated the world's winner, like the world's biggest and the best AlphaGo player in 100 games, like with 100 to 0 ratio. So okay. This happened 5 years back. AI evolved from there. Right now, verbal IQ of ChatGPT is 155. Just to keep this in perspective, verbal IQ of Einstein, one of the smartest humans we know as of today, is 160. So ChatGPT is as smart or as intelligent as, Einstein. So what is more important than this technology, and what is more important for your viewers than to know more about AI than anything else?
ओके, अमेजिंग। मतलब एआई इज चेंजिंग और हम काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें एआई के अंदर देख रहे हैं। तो इस वीडियो के अंदर आपको यू विल गेट टू नो मोर अबाउट एआई, और एआई से आप क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, और एआई से लाइक कैसे हाउ यू कैन मेक रेवेन्यू और पैसा बना सकते हैं। तो सिंपल हम बात करेंगे
Yeah.
अविनाश,
And by
लाइक
the way, guys, I
या
don't know
मैं
Hindi,
बता देना
so
चाहता
please
हूँ, लाइक
excuse me.
हाँ, या अविनाश इज लाइक उनको थोड़ा सा दिक्कत होती है हिंदी बोलने में, बिकॉज ही इज फ्रॉम हैदराबाद। ही कैन अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी बट बोलने में थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम होती है, तो दैट्स व्हाई वी सेड कि आप इंग्लिश में ही
Yeah.
बोलो। लास्ट वीडियो में हमने ऐसे किया था, तो
Yeah,
आप
yeah.
सब चला
I don't
लेना।
want to become a meme material on the internet.
यस यस यस, डेफिनेटली। सो
Yeah.
अविनाश, व्हाट्स योर स्टोरी, लाइक आपने कैसे स्टार्ट किया, और आप एआई में ही क्यों एंटर किए? आप कुछ और भी कर सकते थे, क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम वी मेट तो यू वर डूइंग समथिंग डिफरेंट, नाउ यू आर डूइंग इनटू एआई।
Yeah. So last time when we spoke, I'm doing Instagram agency. I think this is 3-4 years back in Delhi we met. So I'm into Instagram marketing back then. 3 to 6 months after that, I made my Instagram agency into a full-fledged digital marketing agency. So once I started a digital marketing agency, it went great till 2021 April. And something worst happened to me in 2021 April. You know what happened? You know, I have a very good client called Fire Chain. You know, you also interviewed both Prateeks, you know, in your own channel also, right? Like, you know, if I'm not wrong, you know, Pratik Divedi and Pratik, other Pratik they are co-founders. They are our client. We gave them very good results. So using this client's case study, we got lots of blockchain companies with us. But what happened on March, April in 2021 is crypto fell by 75% in the market value. At that point of time, crypto projects or crypto companies don't have enough funds to run marketing, lots of them. So in just 2 to 3 weeks, we lost 75% of the revenue because a lot of crypto clients are offboarding from our digital marketing agency. We used to do a lot of Twitter, ads and other social media marketing engagement to all these, companies. So once we lost 75% of the clients, 75% of the revenue, that was the worst period of my entire journey. 20-25 lakhs to 30 lakhs even some months, we went down to 3 lakhs, approximately 3 to 4 lakhs. And that's the worst period of my entire life again. Like, I am coming from a background where my father and myself had a debt of 40 lakhs at the age of 18 together. It could be education loan. It could be, the loans I took to start my companies and stuff. I started from that, did something good for my own life, gave up all, I just paid off all the loans. And from that, I saw a life in one cycle. I don't know what to do. And in the same month, in the month of May, just in a 30 days period, I lost my grandmother, the very woman that inspired me to come into the world of business, because she started a curry point. This is this small restaurant kind of a thing. At the age of 60, my grandmother and grandfather started this curry point who sells curries, different sabjis and stuff at the age of 60. And I'm like maybe 8 to 10 at that point of time. That people inspired me to get into the business. And at the same time, during my professional crisis, in my personal life, I lost my grandmother. And that due to COVID-19 in 2021 second wave. And that COVID-19 has killed more people than anything, right? So from my grandmother, both the parents, my father and mother, both got infected again with COVID-19. They were hospital for 3 weeks. Luckily, we were able to get my father out of the hospital from COVID-19. But because he's double vaccinated. He's 47 and double vaccinated. My mother is 44 and single vaccinated. And we lost her in the hospital itself. And when this is happening professionally, I'm at a down stage. Personally, like two most important people in my life, I lost. I don't know what to do. I'm already at 4 lakhs revenue. 3 months, I'm into more depression. And I went to 2 lakhs in revenue from 4 lakhs. And I have 13-14 employees. I have small assets that I could sell. But how many months I could sell assets and run business? I need a cash flow, right? So at that point of time, someone told me, man, I also run a digital marketing agency. I use this tool called Jasper.ai. you could use Jasper.ai, use that particular Jasper.ai to give content marketing services to clients with SEO and all. So I used Jasper in 2021. That's name of that tool is not even Jasper, something else. In the middle of 2021 approximately.
Earlier it was Jarvis.
Yeah, Jarvis, and then it's Jarvi, and now it is Jasper. So there I got my first tool, and then from there in next 6 months I used that particular tool plus few other tools. Now we use dozens of tools on a daily basis to get our digital marketing services done. So I went again from say 2 to 3 lakhs to 25 lakhs in this next 6 months using all AI tools this time. Back in that time only I used to use Playground. ChatGPT is not there, but OpenAI's Playground, which is like another version of ChatGPT, used to be there. So I used to use all these tools to do my content marketing and SEO projects to the clients. And from there I got into AI. I never went back. Now teaching AI to almost lots and lots of people. Almost 56 to 60,000 people enrolled into my AI masterclass, which I do it every week for free, just in mission of I'm in a mission of empowering 10,000 people to learn about AI and prompt engineering, 10 lakhs people in the next 2 years. So in that mission I do this free masterclass, so teaching what I learned in the journey of my thing from the last 2 years in AI to through this masterclass. So that's how I entered, and that's what I'm doing right now in the world of AI. So I run a digital marketing agency, a full-fledged digital marketing agency, plus I run a AI consulting, AI edtech, and AI upskilling platforms.
Okay, amazing. Thank you for the information, Avinash. और आई नो आपको काफ़ी टाइम से मैं जानता हूँ, तो काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें चेंज हो गई हैं पहले से. हम स्टोरीज आपकी देखते हैं तो दैट इंस्पायर्स मी अलॉट. तो अभी अगर हम बात करते हैं कि लाइक हु द पर्सन हु इज वॉचिंग आवर वीडियो बट उसको AI के बारे में नहीं पता, लाइक व्हाट इज AI इन सिंपल टर्म्स, आप क्या समझाओगे उसको?
Yeah, again a good question. You're asking very good questions today. AI. So usually people think AI is something super complex that, it's beyond human and stuff. It's not. AI is everywhere. Like every app that you use, from Spotify, Netflix, Amazon, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, everyone uses AI algorithms. So essentially what is AI is simple. AI is an algorithm, or you could say a software that thinks like human by mimicking human brain. That's it. Scientists invented AI so that AI would do all these uncreative, redundant tasks that humans don't love to do. Like, we don't love to write 20 emails a day. We don't love to do that monotonous, boring tasks. So scientists thought that we could invent something like human brain, but artificially inside a computer with mathematics and code in it. And they invented it after a few years of struggle. And the irony right now is they invented AI to do this boring, redundant, uncreative tasks. But AI is now doing creative tasks too, like better than a lot of humans. So that is AI, to be very precise.
Amazing. काफ़ी वैसे तो लोगों को पता है, बट जो लोग नए लोग हैं जिन्होंने AI के बारे में कम ही सुना है, वो अगर इस वीडियो को देख रहे हैं तो अभी आपको एक आइडिया लग गया है कि व्हाट इज AI. तो अभी आई एम ऑल्सो लिसनिंग कि अविनाश, जैसे कि काफ़ी टाइम से लोग AI कर रहे हैं, तो आपने यू ऑलरेडी मेंशन दैट AI इज़ वेरी डेंजरस, सो AI इज किलिंग जॉब्स ऑल्सो. तो जो लोग ये सोच रहे हैं कि AI विल रिप्लेस ह्यूमंस और जॉब्स, तो क्या ये इज इट रियल?
Yeah, it is real. In fact, an Indian company called Dukaan, it's just like Shopify, but Indian version of Shopify, a little bit better in Indian context. They replaced 90% of their technical support staff. Like maybe they have 100 members team. They replaced 90 members out of it with AI chatbot. They built it in a month or two after ChatGPT's release, and they replaced 90% of the people. And the founder of Dukaan comes out to Twitter and says, AI chatbot is resolving people's support problems better than our support staff previously. It is faster, it is efficient, it is clear to our customers. So just imagine if a normal small budding startup in India could replace 90% of the people in the entire team with one chatbot that would cost them, say, $500 to $1,000 to maintain a month. Whereas salaries of these 100 people would be crores of rupees yearly. So with crores of rupees, just few lakhs a year, they're just replaced. This is not happening in the future. This is happening right now. And IBM came out publicly and said we are laying off people, approximately 12,000 members, if I'm not wrong, so that we could use AI efficiently. So IBM, a corporate did it. Dukan, a small startup did it. So what else we need? Like when every company is right now in front of us is doing it. So I think AI will be the technology that will make people's jobs very redundant. In fact, Kunal Shah, founder of Cred, recently said that in an interview, he said that people underestimate AI. They're seeing the demo of ChatGPT and other tools and thinking that AI is just a small thing. AI is just, they're thinking just AI, but it's not just AI. It's the AI that could make your job and my job and a lot of other people's jobs super, super redundant and irrelevant in the next 5 to 10 years. And that 5 to 10 years is a conservative estimate. It could be a lot faster. And one more example here is, you see content writing and graphic designing projects on Fiverr was declined by 50% after ChatGPT's release. 41% of the code on GitHub after ChatGPT's release in 6 months, it is done by AI. Like 41% of all code of all time on GitHub is written by AI. So these are the examples that make me say yes to this answer.
बिल्कुल, मतलब काफ़ी इंसाइटफुल नॉलेज आपने दिया और लाइक यू सेड कि काफ़ी सारी जॉब्स फाइवर पे चली गई और जा ही रही हैं. सो लाइक काफ़ी इम्पैक्ट.
And you would know, as a content writer, you are right now using maybe ChatGPT plus 2 content writers and getting 5 people's work out of ChatGPT and your content writers.
Yes,
right?
For scripting, like we are using ChatGPT का pro version. तो बहुत सारी चीज़ों में we are using, like we are YouTubers, right? तो my next question would be like that only, कि how AI will impact the life of YouTubers.
Wow, very controversial question, Amit bhai. So forget about YouTubers. AI could create an entire religion on its own. Let me explain. For hundreds of years, maybe for the decades, missions are only printing holy books. But now, missions has an ability to write its own holy book from scratch and print it all together. With its own philosophies, it could inspire hundreds and millions of people across the world and creates its own religion. How? AI is more smarter than us right now, right? Everyone agrees that, right? Like, if it is like almost right now, it is as smart as humans, but 1 year down the line, it could be 10x more smarter than the smartest human being on the planet. When that happens, it could see some cons, some things that it in a religion that it could improve, and it could start its own religion, right? Like how Buddha started his philosophies. Gautam Buddha ji, he's a prince, right? He is a prince. Maybe their parents were some other religion, and he felt the things were not, he's not liking the things. He went to the forest, he went to Himalayas, and he started his own ideology, and lakhs of people, in fact, that's one of the top 5 or 10 religions in the world right now. Right? And now there is Buddhism, there is Stoicism, there is, in fact, Pythagoreanism, there are like Taoism. There are like so many isms in the world. Every religion, every ism here have a different philosophies. So when people know that AI is more smarter, people will listen to AI that is more smarter than human beings, its philosophies, because it is more smarter, more conscious, more emotional, more invested in, and more respectful. And they don't have any things like that. So it could do that. So when that happens, if it could do that, what it could do to YouTubers, like it could empower YouTubers temporarily, but in the, like, say, longer run, it could do something we can't even predict. Like, I know it's not a perfect answer, but just an abstract answer that will make you think. If AI could start a religion, what would AI could do to every career of us, including YouTubing? It could be motivation speaking. It could be, personality development, anything. So it could do a lot of things. Answer, I just want to make you think.
Okay, great. So we are YouTubers, so that question हमको पूछना जरूरी था कि like how this will impact YouTube.
Right now also, lot of AI voices are coming up, AI avatars are coming up. People were using, like you could use 2 to 3 AI tools and create an entire YouTube video from scratch in 3 hours or 4 hours at max, which is world class in quality. People will not even recognize it is done entirely by AI. There are lots of faceless channels. You see channel called Alex and Aperture or something. These are the channels with no face involved. And you could literally create AI scripts in ChatGPT, AI voice in Synthesia, AI avatar in Synthesia, and AI editing using Autopod and other AI editing tools, and do that all in 3 hours and start a faceless YouTube channel right now. And when this emerges, when AI is more writing better scripts than humans at a scale, like YouTubers temporarily will have that heavy competition very immediately. And YouTubers might need to face that heavy competition and evolve in that field in the temporary basis, in the immediate short term. But in the long term, I already gave you the answer with my previous question.
Definitely. So काफी अच्छा आंसर आपने दिया विनाश. So it was great. तो अभी like you mentioned about the coders on GitHub, like something like that. So how AI will impact the coders? How coders' life will be impacted? कि उनको जॉब्स चली जाएंगी या फिर नई जॉब्स होंगी या फिर उनको रिप्लेस कर दिया जाएगा, क्योंकि वी आर ऑल्सो एक्सपीरियंसिंग सो मेनी ले ऑफ्स फ्रॉम द डिफरेंट गूगल इज लेइंग ऑफ एंड एवरी yesterday Paytm has laid off 1,000 people. So how coders will be impacted by the AI?
Yeah. See, layoffs are happened and will happen almost for the next 2-3 years, especially in the programming or tech industry. That's for sure. Because, 80% of the developers, in my opinion, are basic, and everyone agrees with me. This might be a harsh statement, but let me explain. In the world of programmers, the top 20% are the ones who are like principal engineers, senior principal engineers, product managers, senior product managers. It could be your CTOs and stuff like that. So this 20% of the people in the development world are the one who takes all the decisions, will give you instructions step by step in terms of standard operating procedures, will decide everything for you, and will give you a task to do on a weekly basis, right? And you as a developer are taking those instructions with the knowledge of a couple of books that you have read in your college, with experience of 6 months or maybe 1 year, using Google, Stack Overflow and ChatGPT, and little bit of creativity, just little bit of creativity, are just following those instructions. You're not just innovating anything super nice. Like you're not innovating from the core. You're just following instructions. So now, if 80% of the developers are these instruction followers, are these basic people, ChatGPT or AI just needs to be basic to replace this 80% of the people. It don't even need to be like super smart with like say 1000 IQ or something. Average human IQ, that says like average coder IQ is maybe 120. ChatGPT is already at 155. So just imagine if it could just be the basic programmer or basic developer, all the basic developers will be gone. And this is not just for developers. This 80-20 rule applies for almost every single industry. It applies exactly for, content writers, graphic designers. It applies even for the lot of huge scientists. You take very complicated doctors, chartered accountants, lawyers are very basic. So that's why I think coders will have a tough time, especially if you're this basic coder with very small experience, if you're not innovating. And not just coders, since you're asking coders, I just said you example for coders. Everyone who don't use AI in this 80% will be replaced, and everyone who is not in the 20%, if you're not using AI, fine, but at least be in the top 15% to 20% in your industry, so that AI will not be replacing you. Someone who uses AI will not replace you. So you only have two options. Either learn AI, like how AI works, what is AI, what are these AI tools, what is prompt engineering, how to use ChatGPT, what is AI ops, what is AI scrutiny, security expert, and all these things. Learn this and add it to your workflow. option number one, so that you will be surviving this next wave of AI. Or if you think you are the best in the industry, be in the top 5 to 15% in your own industry, so that no one will not be able to replace, because you have an experiential knowledge than the theoretical knowledge. So yeah, I think
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So coders should be very उनको conscious हो जाना चाहिए और they should थोड़ा सा AI के बारे में उनको समझना चाहिए so that they should not उनकी जॉब पे वो इम्पैक्ट ना पड़े. सो अभी अविनाश लाइक नाउ डेज वी आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग वन सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम AI जो कर रहा है. तो कुछ न्यूज़ में भी आया था सम डीप फेक वीडियोज़. And I have also seen some like people are using like Elon Musk का वीडियो यूज कर रहे हैं एड पे AI के थ्रू. लाइक इट्स लाइक Elon Musk इज सेइंग ये वाला लाइक ट्रेडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म आप यूज करो समथिंग, बट Elon Musk का वो AI वीडियो है, बट द लेमैन इज नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इट इज रियल और इट इज AI. तो हाउ टू अवॉइड टू बी अ उसका विक्टिम बनने से, लाइक हाउ वी कैन अपने आप को बचा सकते हैं.
Yeah, so this is a very huge problem. In fact, if you remember Google, 10 years back, if you have Googled any actress name plus add a word called morphed image, you would have got so many faked and morphed videos and images of a lot of people, which is very obvious that they are fake. But still, Google is not able to recognize these obvious images of these actresses and delete them from their search results. For Google, it is difficult for them to even delete very obvious ones, because it's very difficult. Now imagine deepfakes are very difficult to identify whether they are fake or not. So now imagine the difficulty for a social media platform or for a search engine to delete them by knowing that they are very fake. It's almost impossible with the technology we have right now. But I think as a companies evolve, these companies and corporates should do everything in their power to fight against deepfake videos, because this could ruin people's lives and in fact countries' lives. Right? Imagine this, okay? I'll answer your question, but imagine we have an election campaign tomorrow, right? It's not campaign, but elections happening the day tomorrow. And there is this one bad guy created a deepfake video of a good politician, the opposition party member, and even though this party member is the good guy, but they got fake video, entire world will believe in that deep fake video. Before the world believing in that deep fake video, before everyone realize it's a deep fake video, people will vote to this bad member thinking he's the only option left. And what will happen to the country's economy if this happens to the general elections of 2024? And if someone creates a very deep fake video of very good political party member, this could ruin the country's economy, right? So that's the reason governments should play a very active role and take a very strict actions against this, platforms or the people that uses and creates deepfake videos. But what governments could do here, individuals, all they could do right now is go to their official platforms and check if they're deepfake or not. Go to maybe Google and search if that video is true or not, and try not to believe everything that is too good to be true. These are very obvious things, but very difficult for a tier 3, 60-year-old, 50-year-old, 40-year-old to understand that whether it's a deepfake video or not. But mostly what governments could do here is, I have a very good solution here. They could introduce KYC for all these video generation AI platforms. I'm not saying to ban them. Like, of course, everyone has a creative freedom. If lakhs of people, crores of people were using this particular deepfake technology or this particular image generation or video generation technology for good, there will be hundreds and thousands of people that will be using it for bad. So if governments could introduce this KYC system just like they introduced for financial services like Paytm, Google and all, it's mandatory to do the KYC, right? If it could do something for that as a country, it is so mandatory, then people will use it with utmost caution. So that's my solution. I'm not sure how difficult or how reliable is this, but that is the only solution my mind can think of right now to fight against this deepfake video, at least temporarily, before the general elections comes in. If something worse could happen, government should play a very proactive role and take this decisions right now.
तो आपने जो KYC वाला thing बताया, that is really very good. तो government should implement that thing on immediate basis. अगर
And only problem here is KYC data should be encrypted, or else again that will be a huge flooded disadvantage. Like just like I recently read, Aadhaar data is out in public in the dark web or something. So yeah, that is like at least secondary, but firstly KYC mandatory, then think of making it as encrypted.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. सो गाइज अभी थोड़ा सा हम सब डिस्कस करेंगे कि लाइक अगर एआई में आप आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं तो व्हाट स्किल, लाइक अविनाश, व्हाट स्किल कैन बी द बेस्ट जो कि एआई में सबको सीखना चाहिए, और अगर हम इसको डिले करते हैं तो इसका क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ सकता है?
Yeah. So just like Kunal Shah's statement very recently, people underestimate the power of AI and think they could maybe upskill later point of time, but they'll only realize the power of AI and upskilling in the AI before they lose their job. Just before they lose their job, right? That should not happen. As a person who experienced very huge business loss, I understand how people's mindset and how life will be impacted when they get laid off. So I don't want that. So one good thing everyone needs to do is they need to upskill on AI. They need to learn prompt engineering. People think prompt engineering is just communication skills, nothing about communication skills. No, it is above communication skills. Just 25% of prompt engineering is communication skills. In fact, 50% of prompt engineering is about using the right prompting technique for the right task. You can't go to ChatGPT and ask it to write a 40,000 word book. It is impossible for ChatGPT to do that. But if you use a prompting technique called chain of thought prompting, then that's possible. You can't write 1,000 word code for your app using ChatGPT right now. But if you use tree of thought prompting, you could do that. So there are like tens of prompting techniques that one needs to know as a prompt engineer so that he could make company employees productive. Like this, if he could make corporate employees productive, he's a prompt engineer, right? So 50% of this is prompting technique and 25% is awareness, and 25% of prompt engineering is using right AI tools, having the knowledge of using right AI tools, how to use them, how to use the right tool for the right task with the right prompt. So that is pretty much prompt engineering. Learning how prompt engineering works, that's how I do as a full-time AI trainer right now. I do train people with my free masterclasses and my memberships. I consult corporates and MSMEs to do that, right? So yeah, you need to be very well prepared with prompt engineering, understand AI tools, be updated, read the news daily on AI, so that when something happens, you're already prepared. So that, and by the way, we could even get into recession very soon. All the top economists in the world are predicting that recession can start any minute right now. So if that happens, you could show your AI certification, or you could show this AI upskilling projects that you did as an armor and save your job. Because what companies want, if they're replacing 10-member teams with 2-member teams, like they want these 2 members to work as much as possible so that their productivity will be a little more. And when they know that you have an expertise on AI, the possibility of you being in the company will be higher. AI will act as the armor in that recession to you.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah.
Great. So Avinash, like if I ask, as per your experience, like what would be the future AI jobs that AI is creating for people?
Okay, this is interesting. Definitely prompt engineering. And I already told what is prompt engineering. People need a lot of prompt engineers in their companies, because there is at least 10x growth in prompt engineering jobs in the last few months. We have thousands of jobs in India and hundreds and thousands of jobs even in USA. Like we have like so many jobs in prompt engineering happening in India. There are companies, even chai companies, like, I am not sure if the name of this company is Chayos. They hired prompt engineer very recently. And there are many companies in India. In USA, there is a company called Anthropic hired prompt engineers at 2.7 crores package. So people were paying crores of rupees if you have the skill of prompt engineering. That's one. And there is this thing called AI Ops. AI Ops is a person who sees the entire company's workflow and take the right AI tools to integrate into their professional workflow to make average employee productive. So that is AI Ops. And I in fact have a list of jobs that I could maybe read it out to you so that your audience will have the best information about this. Prompt engineering, I told. AI Ops, these guys are AI integration specialists, right? And the third thing is people who take care of AI security. So AI security analyst. So these are the very people who see how secure that AI tool is for you. And if it is not secure, how can you bridge the gap of not being secure with small code so that your company's sensitive information will not be in the hands of that AI tool where the servers are hosted in another country. So these guys are security analysts. And the third job here I could see is AI quality assurance testers, AI QA testers. So these are the people who judge the quality that AI is giving out when someone is trying out, no matter how good of a prompt you give. Sometimes you need to quality test it, test the code, test the stuff and stuff, right? So these are the people that do this quality testers. And I also see governments alone can't upskill crores of people. According to this particular entrepreneur called Robin Lee, he's the founder of Baidu, a $50 billion company based on China. He says world needs 50 crore prompt engineers in the next 5 to 7 years. And we don't even have few lakhs of prompt engineers right now. Governments can't alone upskill this 50 crore people. If that's the case, government would have upskilled almost everyone and would have created no employment ever, right? So governments alone can't create, upskill these people with prompt engineering or this AI related upskilling things. Corporates alone can't do it. Governments plus corporates combination can't do it. But who can do it? Micro AI trainers. People like me, people like there are in India, we have a lot of AI trainers who trained people on how to use this AI, who consult corporates and MSMEs. We have like half a dozen, 2 dozen people in India that is doing right now. And in the world, we have maybe 100 people. And this number should be at least 1 million in the coming 1 or 2 years. So that this micro educators who learn prompt engineering with 2 years experience will teach maybe 10 members, 100 members, 1,000 members, and upskill other friends and family members. And this should happen at a scale. Plus governments and businesses should again come into the picture and, help these people and stuff. So if this is not happening, so it will be very difficult. So the fifth job I could think of is AI trainers. This industry, AI tech companies will pop up. AI trainers will pop up. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So the 5 jobs.
ग्रेट काफ़ी अच्छा लगा. लाइक दीज 5 जॉब्स आर कमिंग इन AI वर्ल्ड और आप सब भी इसमें जा सकते हैं. तो अगर हम बात करते हैं कि लाइक AI आने वाले 5 सालों में लाइक व्हाट वुड हैपन इन AI वर्ल्ड इन नेक्स्ट 5 years, मतलब एट एनी कॉस्ट वो होगा ही होगा. तो आप क्या प्रेडिक्ट करते क्या होगा?
I love these predictions, Amit Bhai, really. Because it's very easy to predict things, but it's very difficult to analyze and actually do that. But I can give you 100 predictions, but my top 5 predictions, in fact, these are not predictions. I feel these are inevitables. No one can stop it. Like, there is no possibility that biggest billionaires or corporates or governments can stop these 5 things from happening. Number 1, no one can't stop AI from happening. For simple reason, it is like a nuclear technology. Back in the day, USA invented or USA created their own nuclear, weapons because they got to know that there maybe some other country like Germany or some countries already have this technology. So with this competitive nature that if I don't do it, some other country will do it and use it against me and create a war. So I have to do it. Same happens with AI. AI is like digital nuclear energy. Like every country will think if I ban AI in my country, China would do it, India would do it, Israel would do it, Korea would do it, and I will be a backward country, and my country as a USA will go back 100 years or something like that. So it is almost impossible. As a country level or as a company level, we can't ban or you can't stop AI, because if you kind of ban AI entirely, people will say this is not AI, this is just a fancy code that is doing this. So almost impossible, because AI is in every app already, and stopping advancements of that code, pretty impossible. That's number 1 inevitable that I could think. And number 2, I think AI will be God. And number 3, I could think AI will be evil. And number 4, AI will be much more intelligent than any human being, like 100x intelligent than the smartest human being. That's what I think. And 5th inevitable, I think it will not just be intelligent, but it will be emotional. AI will be emotional, and AI will be conscious too eventually. So these are the 5 inevitables that I think that will happen in the world.
ओके तो थोड़ा सा हम इसी पे डिस्कस कर लेते हैं लाइक आपने मेंशन किया व्हाई नो वन कैन स्टॉप एआई
Yeah. So as I already discussed, I think, see, imagine government comes and says AI is banned right now, just like TikTok is banned. Like, do you think Amazon, like there are like hundreds of companies pays hundreds and thousands of crores in taxes to these countries, and they use AI to the core as a core functionality. Every social media app, every streaming app, every e-commerce website, every app and every software that you use uses AI to an extent. Because right now ChatGPT created something huge in this revolution, people now are getting to know about AI. So if this happens, country's economy will go just 10 years back immediately the day they ban. So they can't do it. And even if imagine they think, okay, AI is so harmful, AI will kill people, AI will replace jobs, I as a country can't accept that morally and stuff. And if they ban, can they stop people migrating to other country and starting AI things there? And all these AI algorithms are already in the GitHub and Hugging Face. You could literally download the AI, like, this AI codes and run it from your own laptop. It is not just banning the websites. The websites codes, the AI websites codes are already there publicly available. Just like you download torrent movies, you can download these codes and host it in your computer and run it with a VPN. And this is a very possibility. So instead of losing hundreds and billions of dollars in taxes, they will not ban it. Like, because loss of taxes is huge. And at a country level, company level, individual level, banning AI is not possible. That's why I think no one can't stop AI.
Okay. So one more question in my mind is coming, like आपने एक devil का नाम लिया, like AI is going to be devil. So how AI is going to be devil?
Yeah, God. See, what I feel is, I'll just store this word towards the very end. It's a very good line, but I'll say towards the very end. But to explain your question, the devil thing, AI will create a lot of disasters. It could firstly replace a lot of people from jobs, and one small error in an AI app will be disaster. Imagine you have a code, right? In this code, you have small error, and this code is of a very huge AI app, maybe a Tesla car or maybe a self-driving car. A small hacker could hack this car and could make an accident possible on the highway, and maybe 100 cars at a time can have this an accident. This is not like very highly possible, but there is a small possibility there. Just like this, there are many accidents that happened in the world of AI already. Like, AI asked someone to kill themselves who are in depression. The AI blatantly told, kill yourself, right? So there are many cases, and deepfake videos, and job placements, and there is this job replacement and job displacement. Let me explain what is job displacement. If you replace Hyderabad and Bangalore, there are tech hubs. If an AI app replaces coders, lot of coders using their technology, entire economy of Hyderabad and Bangalore, or Karnataka and Telangana, will be at stake, because the whole economy of these two countries or two states are driven by these IT companies, right? And if some VFX or some media kind of an AI comes up and replaces a lot of jobs, Mumbai is almost like media hub, right? And they could replace that, and the economy of that particular state might be impacted a bit. So as much as job replacement is an issue, job displacement is also an issue. So I feel, so these are the few worst case scenarios that I'm seeing that are happening with AI, that could happen with AI in the next few months or maybe years.
Okay, great. So अभी आपने कुछ ऐसे वर्ड्स मेंशन कर दिए, तो मुझे बार बार उनको पूछने का मन कर रहा है. जैसे आपने एक और बोला था वर्ड, लाइक AI will be the God. So why AI will be the god?
Yeah, so you might be thinking, array, AI have this many issues. It will replace a lot of people. It could create this many disasters. Why AI still? Why you need AI? Can't we just ban it together as a country? Like 5 top countries come together and ban it. You might be thinking that, but let me explain why AI is more important than any other technology in the history of mankind. So you see, world has a lot of problems. In fact, the world has same problems from the last 50 years. There are many problems in the world that are very persistent from the last 50 years or 100 years. Let's say healthcare as an example, or hunger as an example, or there are many education as an example. So these are the industries that are being very problematic to humans from years, right? And no technology is able to solve them. But AI will solve almost all the top 50, 100 problems in the world with its technology eventually, and make the world and make humans more abundant of resources, abundant of knowledge, abundance of wealth, abundance of everything, right? So this, how you might be thinking how AI will solve. Let me explain with the first thing, drug discovery. Right now, pharmaceutical companies were using AI to find out those new molecules and new patterns that they could introduce these molecules into this cancer and stuff, this cancer medicine. Like they predict 1 out of every 2% has some kind of a cancer inside them eventually. Will have one. Okay, they predict 1 out of 2 people in the world will have cancer eventually into their bodies sometime in their lifetime. It could be small, it could be big. And now these cancer pharmaceutical companies were formulating drugs using AI and their technologies. They're analyzing different things to find medicine for cancer very fast. And this could happen to across other drug and pharmaceutical industries. Take healthcare as an example. There is huge need of healthcare specialists and doctors in the world. If AI could make this doctors productive by say 50% or 2x, it's just like creating 50% more doctors. World might be having 2 million doctors. Because of AI, we might be having 2.5 million. World might be having 1 million doctors. Because of AI, we might be having maybe 1.52 million doctors without actually creating doctors from scratch, by just making doctors productive using these AI tools. And people were actually using AI right now in the healthcare industry also. And there is a huge possibility that I see right now in the healthcare is World Health Organization could come up with some large language model where every single case in every single hospital should be digitalized and uploaded to this particular large language model. So this large language model will find out patterns and kind of analyzes everything and gives diagnosis plan, gives the treatment plan to any case at any cost anywhere in the world. Someone sitting in Bhimavaram in Andhra Pradesh, a tier 2 city in Andhra Pradesh, to Boston will have the same healthcare if that happens, because a specialist in Boston would have would have solved a medical case that is so very complex, but someone in Bhimavaram, a tier 2 city in Andhra Pradesh, they might not have that infrastructure to do that case, so to solve that case. So now they have the standard operating procedures that Boston person used and make it better. So healthcare, as we know, will be democratized and will be revolutionized with AI and could solve a lot of problems. It could happen in education. It could revolutionize education. Khan Academy released the AI bot called Khan Mingo that is aiming to revolutionize the way we learn forever. So these are the top 3 things I could see, but I could go on and say 100 things that AI could do.
Yeah. अविनाश, अभी बहुत सारे लोग ये जो स्टेटमेंट है आपने मतलब मेंशन किया था that AI will be the conscious and emotional, I don't think so कि ये ऐसा होता है. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I respect your opinion. In fact, a lot of people, when I say this, will not agree with me. That's totally fine, but that's my opinion. But why I think AI will be conscious is, I see consciousness in 2 parts. Consciousness in spiritual sense, which I don't think AI will be. but consciousness in mind, being mindfulness, like understanding, being conscious of everything that you do, being mindful of everything what you do and why you do, is also consciousness. And I am sure AI will know why it is doing what it is doing every single time. That's how I see it's being conscious, because if it is giving you a bunch of data, I am sure it understands that data. Only if it understands that data to the best extent, it will give you that particular data. You can't just be so human to humans as an AI without understanding and being mindful of what you're doing. I feel AI is already mindful and a little bit conscious already. So that's there. And why AI will understand human emotions is this. AI might not have emotions, maybe in the worst case, let's assume that, but it will mimic human emotions. And that's more than enough. Like mimicking human emotions, it will understand everything and just be like human. That's a possibility number one. Possibility number two, what a lot of scientists, AI scientists out there, and visionaries out there say is AI, yeah. So a lot of a lot of scientists say this, in the second part. People say, these people say that, every emotion is a data, right? We feel envy because we are fed to be envious when someone is growing by someone. And few people were not envious, right? Because they were not fed to be envy, right? And few people feel bad for very small things because they're very sensitive. And they are very sensitive because that's their life. The way they grew up is because of all these reasons, they are sensitive. So a lot of emotions, in fact, 50 to 65% of emotions, in my opinion, can be fed to an algorithm. So if AI is so intelligent, why do you think AI will not have emotions? And when the moment AI has emotions, it has both IQ and EQ, which is like a deadly combination. So yeah, that's why this is the reason I think AI will understand emotions, and in fact will even feel emotions, because it is more intelligent than humans and will be conscious in terms of being mindful.
ओके, दैट्स ग्रेट। काफ़ी अच्छा आंसर आपने दिया है ये सभी क्वेश्चंस जो मैंने पूछे आपसे एआई के ऊपर। तो अभी थोड़ा सा हम डिस्कस कर लेते हैं आपके ही बारे में, जो हमने इस वीडियो का जैसे टॉपिक रखा था, यू आर मेकिंग अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 20 to 25 lakhs अ मंथ। तो आप लाइक हाउ डू यू मेक दैट अमाउंट? तो ऑडियंस को भी थोड़ा सा आइडिया लगेगा कि वो भी इस तरीके से एआई के थ्रू कर सकते हैं।
Yeah. So I run a digital marketing agency predominantly using AI tools. Every part of my digital marketing agency, content writing, copywriting for my landing page designs, website building, graphic designs, logo designs, you name it. We in fact create an entire Facebook marketing campaign from scratch using AI, and then a junior digital marketer would do this, and a senior digital marketer would just launch the campaign with his own little bit of his or her own skills there. That's it. So the campaign that used to take 7 days, we're launching it in a day. So we use predominantly AI tools and help other people use these tools in their own businesses that are our clients, and we get revenue share from their marketing budgets. So that's digital marketing agency side of it. And I also have couple of small ventures, but I'm not even factoring that money into this 25 lakhs that I'm making. This is one thing I do. On top of this, I also run a AI-based edtech company that I upskill lakhs of people on a weekly basis on my masterclass. And I also have a membership portal where people can upskill themselves with a very affordable price, like one of the best affordable courses out there with an international standards. That's one. I also consult people and companies, especially MSMEs and corporates, into using AI for their own businesses. So I just help them to do this. So I have AI education, AI consulting, and digital marketing agency. All in all, we make 25 lakh rupees. And I also have a couple of other businesses. These are not AI driven businesses, but other businesses that I use AI to an extent, but not a lot.
ओके, ग्रेट। तो अभी जो लोगों को जानना था कि लाइक हाउ ही इज मेकिंग दैट, तो अभी आपको ये आंसर मिल गया है। तो अभी हम सब अगर एक और जो मेरे मन में आ रहा है कि लाइक व्हाट आर द टूल्स इन एआई दैट यू कैन रिकमेंड टू दैट लाइक जो हमारी ऑडियंस है वो देख रही है, तो डेली बेसिस पे द टूल्स दे कैन यूज इन देयर लाइफ, तो वो कौन से टूल्स आप रिकमेंड करोगे, लाइक 3-4 टूल्स और जो भी आपको अभी याद है?
Yeah. In fact, I will give you a search engine for AI tools. There is an AI tool for that. That's the name of the tool. There is an AI tool for that, or there is an AI for that.com. You could literally search your own use case and you will get an relevant AI tools, and you could sort it by ratings and see what other people were thinking about that particular AI tool, who paid for it, and then accordingly purchase it and stuff. So that's one tool we use to discover new AI tools. That's one tool. And obviously ChatGPT 4 Pro, we use that. We use Midjourney Gemini also, which is a lot better. Gemini is a little bit better than ChatGPT 3.5 free version, but not as good as ChatGPT 4 yet. So we use these 3 tools, and there is an AI for that. We use Stable Diffusion to create creatives and stuff, and we use Midjourney, DALL-E 3, and we use Autopod. We do this podcast, right? Entire podcast will be cut in 2 minutes or less. 3 hours worth of podcast will be cut. Like literally. Like you have multiple speakers, multiple audio sources, and maybe 8 speakers and 5 audio sources or something like that. You could do that. And we use like hundreds of tools. In fact, people could follow me on Instagram and see hundreds of videos that I could create.
I follow you on Instagram,
Yeah.
so I see you
Yeah.
post so many videos on AI. तो आप सब भी इनको
Yeah.
इंस्टाग्राम पे फॉलो कर सकते हैं, मुझे भी करिए, डिस्क्रिप्शन में हम लिंक दे देंगे. अभी एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन आई विल आस्क कि लाइक अभी एक इंडिविजुअल को एआई से मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट लेने के लिए हाउ शुड दैट पर्सन प्रिपेयर हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ?
Yeah. I will make it very concise because in an abstract form, I already gave all the answers, but I'll summarize here. Okay. Number 1, learn prompt engineering and AI skills. It could be prompt engineering, it could be AI ops. Just learn about these AI tools, learn about ChatGPT, understand things, understand prompt engineering, and be that front person. Be the first person to be that upskilling wala person, right? So that's one thing that you could do. And read philosophy. And you might be thinking, Avinash, suddenly why did you change gears and asking people to read philosophy? I'll explain. When missions or AI do everything in the world, all you need to do is ask right questions. And philosophy will teach you that right question. Philosophy could be reading Bhagavad Gita, Bible. It could be reading, Greek philosophy like Plato, Aristotle, Socrates and stuff. Right? So these are the philosophers that I personally follow, the Socrates, Stoicism, and I follow all that people. So start with some philosophical book that will teach you how to question the world. And when you question the world and everything that's happening in the world, you could ask right questions. And 50 years say your job is giving right answers. But now your job is to ask right questions to AI and get stuff done. And philosophy will teach you that skill of asking right questions. Number 1. I think that's number 2. Number 3, read psychology. If philosophy teaches you how to ask right questions, psychology will teach you how to understand other humans. The moment you understand other people's brain, or in fact your own brain, you'll know how AI works and how AI thinks, and you can ask right prompts. Like you could describe your question in a better way using psychology and bit of a communication skills. I know I'm sounding so cliche right here. I might be saying personality development tips here, but that's what you need to survive in the world of AI. And the last and most important thing is being spiritual. Like it could be just meditation, being mindful, writing gratitude journal, and I can say 5 more things like that, but it will be very cliche. But get into spirituality, because the times we are going to encounter in the next few months or years will be very tough and very dark and very difficult. So you should be, as a person, be prepared for that, and only meditation could teach you to be prepared. And these are the few things. And one last important thing is have clarity in your life. Since we are approaching the new year, write 9 different segments in your life. It could be love, it could be in your relationships, it could be your parenting, it could be your health, wealth, fitness, right? All these 8 to 9 categories you could think of, and be clear on what you want in those 9 categories and work towards them in the next year. So when you have clarity, when you have capability to face fear, face the danger by spirituality, when you know the skills from philosophy and psychology to talk to AI in a better way, and you also know prompting techniques from prompt engineering, what else do you need to survive this world of AI? Yeah, I think these are the things that individuals needs to do at any cost. There's no option. These are not optional. These are like mandatory things.
You should definitely do
But yeah.
these things. तो आप अभी इस वीडियो से आपको काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिला कि लाइक हाउ एआई आपकी लाइफ में चीज़ें चेंज कर सकता है, और हाउ एआई के बारे में फ्यूचर क्या होने वाला है, कैसे सारी चीज़ें रहेंगी, कुछ टूल्स के बारे में भी हमने डिस्कस किया, और हाउ एआई कैन बी हेल्पफुल, किसी एक पर्सन के डेवलपमेंट में भी हेल्प कर सकता है। बहुत सारी चीज़ें हमने डिस्कस की। आई होप आपने इस वीडियो से काफ़ी कुछ सीखा होगा। तो गाइस इस वीडियो में बस इतना ही। वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो वीडियो को लाइक करिए, और चैनल पे नए हैं तो सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए। और बताना चाहूँगा कि आप मुझे और अविनाश को इंस्टाग्राम पे फॉलो कर सकते हैं, मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन में लिंक दे रखा है। और आप सबको अगर एआई के बारे में सीखना है, जानना है, तो अविनाश का जो फ्री मास्टर क्लास है उसका भी लिंक हमने डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे रखा है। आप जाके इनकी फ्री मास्टर क्लास के लिए साइन अप कर सकते हैं और एआई के बारे में काफ़ी कुछ सीख सकते हैं। और गाइस जो लोग चैनल पे नए हैं, पहली बार आए हैं, तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए, बेल आइकन को भी प्रेस करिए। कोई क्वेश्चन है एआई से रिलेटेड, कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं, जस्ट ड्रॉप इन द
I'll personally answer.
या
those questions
डेफिनेटली
if
जस्ट
at all
ड्रॉप
you
इन द
have any
कमेंट
good
सेक्शन।
questions.
और अविनाश और आई, मुझे भी थोड़ी बहुत नॉलेज है, ज़्यादा नहीं है, तो आई विल ट्राई माई बेस्ट टू आंसर दोज क्वेश्चंस। और पॉडकास्ट विद अमित जो हमारी सीरीज है, इसमें वी हैव क्रिएटेड मोर देन 150 प्लस वीडियोस, जाके आप देख सकते हैं। और चैनल पे 800 से ज़्यादा वीडियोस पड़े हुए हैं, तो हर वीडियो से आपको कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को, जानने को मिलेगा। तो जाके चेकआउट करिए वो वीडियोस भी, और हर वीडियो से कुछ सीख लीजिए। चलिए गाइस, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। टिल देन टेक केयर।